Hello, chat. Hello. The stream's gonna start in a minute. Be ready. Don't sleep off before I start the story. Hello, chat. Hello. So, today we're gonna do some Wuthering Waves lore. Honestly, it was supposed to be my yesterday's homework, but uh, there was like so much, so I couldn't read it all. But I will read. I will be reading everything today. And before I start my stream, a big shout out to Valeria for providing me this website with everything on it, like every aspect of the lore, like this everything. It's called witheringwaves.notion.site. So today we are just gonna be reading from that. Hi Ash, hi Q, hi Peppy Cat. Right. Okay. So you know what? Let's just get on with it. Give me a second. Let me set this up. One second. Yo, okay, fine. Sorry about that. Okay, so we're using this website. I will be interacting with you guys a lot today, and hopefully you guys don't sleep off while I'm reading through the lore. It's gonna be like a bedtime story. I suck at reading out. Is there a way to give more video quality options? I suppose the Twitch source runs at 1080p. I'm not like often I notice this like when I'm watching some video or like some stream with the source being 1080p, and if your internet's bad, it automatically just shows you like lower options. Thematic triage. Oh yeah, I completely forgot. I'm sorry. Let's do that now. Let's do that first. I can't wait. I can't wait. Oh, okay. Are you guys ready? Oh wait. Okay, are you guys ready? Can you see this? Is it clear? Give me 360. I'm so sorry for your quality issues. Okay. Okay, so the following preview has been approved for appropriate audience by the Motion Picture Association of America. Bro's got the approval. Okay. Okay, let's go.
One of the Threnodians will soon be reawakened. Their Calumet arrived without a sign.
Yo.
Their world shattered without so much as a sigh. The Fraxidus plans to advance another moment.
To begin with, I heard you've lost your memories.
If all of these have something to do with your true identity, then who exactly are you?
Joy prophesized about your arrival. Did you just offer yourself up to be my prey?
Volume? It's max. My stream volume or my mic volume? Whose voice is that? It felt like alto. I don't know. Okay. I think it's because the video was at max. I'm sorry. I don't know why this headphones, like the mic which I'm using, has like low volume. The louder. Okay. Wait. I'm reducing the video. Okay. Let's see. Yo, the music was hard. Oh. The bandage lady.
This rain, it's finally happening.
It's finally happening. 2 more days. And we don't even do 1 more day. Poor girl. They murdered a girl. A child.
May victory prevail the lasting night.
Holy. Oh. This looks. Is this like the Avengers music or something? It sounds awesome. Car.
Let the echo be heard.
Bandage girl. The emo bandage. Yo, Kakarot, Tian, eat lip for me. You should have slowed down on the
After all this effort, do you truly want to throw it all away?
Oh, that.
What is
I
dead
could feel that.
will stay buried.
Yeah, no.
Nothing ever truly dies.
It's over. It's over. It's over.
Now, Rover, the story is yours to spin.
That's Alto, right? The one, Justicles made this. It's so good. I did not expect this. I thought this was gonna be a meme in it. This is absolutely sensational. The etheric sea. Imagine you're. I love this part about Wuthering Waves. There's the etheric sea in the sky, and imagine you're drowning in the sky. You'd be like upside down. Oh my god. Hats off. That was amazing. That was seriously amazing. I thought you're gonna make it like a bit memeish. I don't know why. I don't know why I thought that. It's just you. I thought you'd add your voice over or something. It was absolutely amazing. You know what? I liked it. Okay. Actually, I think I'll as well share it in my Discord. That's really good, man. So, YouTube videos. That was so good. Hey, I make cinematic trailers. I'm sorry. I'm like, I only watch your memes. I know that hits hard, but I like every time I open a video of yours, it's a meme. It's literally a meme. Oi, hello. We just watched Ash trailer. I really want to watch it again. I think we'll do that later, like after the lore. It's so good. So, okay, who wants to dive into the lore now? Drowning into the etheric sea of my voice. So let's start with world building. I found you troll, Lily. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. What's wrong with this? Was it loading? Okay. Okay, lore all concepts. This should be here. CBT1 world building here. Let's go. And I didn't really expect like I had the echo issue and then I accidentally turned down the desktop volume. So everyone streams, like all the streamers' volume was turned on and I did not notice that. I won't do that again. Now that I realize what's the issue. Okay. Now I hope you guys don't drown into the etherics like my collab friends. So let's go into it. CPT1 world building. This document was written by Lost Cookie Jar. I'm sorry if you're Lost Cookie Jar, but thank you for writing it. Okay, it won't be relevant in CPT2. I'm not sure about that. Let's just go through it, I guess. The Lament. What used to be a modern 21st century-esque human world was torn apart by the apocalyptic event known as the Lament. The old cities left behind in the wave-worn ruins have the familiar hallmarks of a first world country, commercial high stories, subway system, ruined cars with familiar models, and even paper currency. So there was a lament, a phenomenon which just ruined everything. From the knowledge of CBT-1, there were two paths to the calamity. From the earth, bright white strings rose to meet the sky. It is an otherworldly harbinger, strings that spin the fate of the world. From then, the earth was upheaved by seismic quakes, destroying all known preconceptions of the earth's geography. So they're talking about the calamity which I just said. From the sea, a raging billow of bizarre creatures emerged from deep within. These are the tides, I believe, the likes of which have never been documented in human history. The most notable of which came from a recording at 0 hour of the lament, mentioning a Leviathan. Leviathan is like a huge. Is it a dragon? Or I remember it being like a sea snake with the features of narwhal. I have no idea what narwhal is. These sea creatures attacked every vessel on the sea before invading the shoreline of the old cities, followed by what was a great tsunami brought, brought full of its approach. I'm sorry, I might break up a bit. It's a sea monster, just look it up, sure. Yeah, I've heard it a lot before. Yeah, I told you, some, it's like a sea dragon or something, a huge sea snake. Yeah, yeah, I was right. It looks good. I hope they make a model of it in the Wuthering Waves, even if it's not a monster. I really wish it's like part of a story or something, like an art. And whoever we give me a second. What was the other word which I wanted to know? Narwhal? Narwhal? Oh, that's just a whale. That's just a whale. It's a toothed whale. It has a huge horn. Okay, so yeah, we were the narwhal in question, older than Lamet itself, survived the sands of time and may very well make an appearance in the rover's journey. I'm really interested. Okay, timeline part one. The first 100 years following the lament was shrouded in mystery. Okay, we're going into the story following the lament. Individuals who even have the slightest idea about the struggles humanity faced during this period are very few and far between. The nation Honglong, a key player in the post-lament era narrative, a focal point for historians. Even though they have a connection with the dead civilization, the details are elusive and hidden in the recesses of history. The only thing we really have to visualize this dead civilization are the black and white cutscenes of the rover's past. The world after the lament proved inhospitable to humankind. The rampaging monstrosities were one thing, but the real problem was the disruptive white noise that were averse to the average human's nervous function. So it's like what a nerve gas. I don't know. After the colonies underground began to thrive, humanity was able to develop specialized suits resembling those of astronauts, allowing them to navigate a hostile surface environment. So we have what is that? Fallout. Is this like Fallout? Okay. God ship terminals, still present in the current day, played a crucial role in shielding humanity from the atmospheric challenges. These devices served as barriers against the God-forsaken white noise. Particularly sensitive were children, oh my god, I'm sorry, I might butcher a lot of words. I keep stammering a bit. Necessitating the use of these terminals to ensure their well-being and development. This technological prowess of the post-lament society extended beyond the Earth's surface, reaching into low orbit where advanced countermeasures were established. How, unfortunately, the reasons of these measures and the nature of the anticipated threats from outer space remain obscured. The void of information surrounding this aspect is basically free content for pure speculation. Okay, I haven't. So this is like just how Hong Kong developed defenses against the phenomenon so that humans are not affected, I believe. Like so how do I say it's something like the technological era of London. I mean they had this huge revolution thing after the plague, and it just fixed the whole thing. I don't know. I was watching Gunk on Britain just a few hours ago. Timeline Part 2. The transition from the ancient civilization to the era of Honglong is a historical puzzle in and of itself. When and how did this rover civilization end? And when did Honglong begin? The actual boundaries are still elusive, but Honglong emerged as a prominent entity during a critical juncture, the advent of the Crownless and the beginning of the Thrенodian Wars. So Threnodians are these like major boss enemies kind of thing, I believe. So okay, they're gonna explain this next. Threnodian comes from the word Threnody, a song of lamentation of the dead. You look this monster in the eyes, you see cities burning. The exact timeline surrounding the Crownless menace is similarly ambiguous. While the emergence of these monstrous entities is undated, what we know for certain is the war between Crownless and humanity ended on Honglong soil. The Cheating, I don't know how it's spelled, but the cheating laboratory established during this tumultuous period began a beacon of hope and innovation, providing essential support in confronting the Crownless menace through the relief efforts and groundbreaking research. So we have the Synodians, and one of the most prominent one of them is Crownless, who Honglong's been fighting, and some managed to defeat it. And the cheating laboratory is provide all these measures to find a way for humanity to beat them. A key turning point in the struggle against Crownless came when Jiting people discovered the slumbering dragon Singwang. Oh, Singwang is the dragon which Robo meets when he just enters the Honglong. He suddenly like it goes in his head and he sees the dragon. I think that's Singwang. So in the ancient ruins during the New Age year 103, by 106, Singwang had awakened, prompting representatives from Honglong to initiate diplomatic efforts. A dragon in diplomacy. Damn. In a monumental collaboration, Singwan and Honglong joined forces in 107, culminating in the defeat of the Crownless. This victory was dedicated to the banner of humanity, a united front against the enemy. Yay! So humans started winning. Now we go to rebuilding Honglong's economy. Wait, let me just. Yeah. No. Okay. Okay. So I'll be using it to underline here and there. Where were we? Okay, rebuilding. In the wake of the Crownless War, Honglong found itself in the dire need of a catalyst to rebuild. The key to the revival came in the form of tessitite, a novel mineral derived from the aftermath of the lament. Tessitite, initially presenting a grungy and unremarkable exterior akin to ebony stone, revealed its true nature behind the surface, a golden essence teeming with life. Strands of liquid gold emanated from it, bending towards the sky in a display that hinted at its extraordinary properties. So they're talking about this mineral like gold and diamond, which is called testite, which I think they didn't know till they like excavated it completely from its rough self. So tessitite became the linchpin of an industrial revolution, driving innovations in energy harnessing. The mineral, when in lighter mass, exhibited the remarkable ability to generate vibrations unprompted as well as emit an audible sound. This unique characteristic marked tacitite as a potent source of energy. So tacitite, I believe it reminds me of what arcane. That's the hex tech thing. I believe it's similar to that. So where were we? First renewable energy initiatives took center stage in Honglong's reconstruction plan. Vibrations from the tessitite-rich deposits were harnessed to generate power, tapping into the inherent energy resonating within the mineral. The pulsations within tessitite transformed into a renewable energy source, powering the revitalization of Honglong's infrastructure. Okay, so that so what they mean is tacitite emits some kind of sound waves which these guys harness to make, like, they get power from it or something. Feels like arcade. Okay, a second avenue of energy extraction involves special processes to extract live minerals from tacitite, creating a versatile fuel source. This method provided a direct solution to energy problems, but also opened up avenues for technological advancements. The adaptability of live minerals from tacitite served as a cornerstone for meeting the diverse energy needs of rebuilding society. Remarkably, concerns about depleting reserves were mitigated by the seemingly abundant nature of tacitite. So they're just expanding on this, like tacitite being a fuel source for the technological advancement. So next, part two of rebuilding the Honglong economy. Recognizing the potential of Tacitite to transform not only their own society but also to aid others, Honglong made the strategic move of making Tacitite a valuable export, shared with other nations who have their own demand of this revolutionary energy source. So they get Tacitite, now they start trading with other nations. And of course, other nations that like going down and Honglong's going up. So they need something to flourish their nations as well, I believe. Surprisingly, the demand varied among countries, with some displaying greater reliance on tacitite than others. The harmful properties of unprocessed tacitite necessitate the use of a special containers to handle it safely. Despite its hazardous nature, the economic value of tacitite prompts careful handling and transport. Oh, so these are the glass things which you've seen in the trailer. Where, there's a rock in it. So those are tacitite. I see. The population of Honglong responded to the era of renewal by gravitating towards the bustling hub of innovation, Jinzhou. This city, whether inside or outside its protective walls, became a symbol of resilience and progress. The convergence of people within and around Tiansheng not only facilitated the exchange of ideas but also marked the physical manifestation of unity. So, Jinja is like the capital of Honglong, I believe. Yeah. In the aftermath of Lament, the once established economic system lay in ruins, necessitating a novel approach to commerce and trade. Jinja, propelled by the momentum of Tacitite advancements, embraced the shift towards electronic systems. Printed or minted currency were valuable and impractical in the wake of recent conflicts and were gradually phased out. In their place, a Tacitite made checks emerged as electronic endorsements, authorizing seamless currency transfers from one account to the internet banking. Okay, these cards are these cards also contain the information of transaction records, facilitating secure transaction, but also aligned with Honglong's ethos of progress and efficiency. Okay, it's your credit card of Jinja, I believe. Okay, within the Six Nations adopting the electronic currency, these tacitite vouchers, backed by uniform support of the nations, became the most accepted and trusted currency in the world, an international credit card. Okay. Hong Kong's strategic use of tacitite cements their place as an economic powerhouse, having made no shortage of quality of life improvements for its citizens, maintaining a high standard of living. Okay, so it's like New York. I wouldn't compare New York. Sorry. The year 110 marked the end of Crownless War, and in the aftermath, representatives from six nations that had formed during the conflict convened. Exhausted and aware of the losses incurred, they collectively decided to pursue peace. Okay. Recognizing the futility of further strife, they agreed to formal alliance. Singwang, the dragon, who had played the pivotal role in the victory against the Crownless, was elected as a symbol of Hong Kong. It was his presence that bestowed the name Honglong, meaning the Emperor Dragon in Chinese. Oh, so Honglong was not called Honglong till Singwang came in. I see. This marked the inception of an era of rebuilding and unity, with the symbol of the dragon embodied. embodying resilience and strength. So now Honglong is like, I mean, Singwang is like an emperor or some sort. He's a representative of Honglong, okay, among the six nations. Mm, okay, next. Singwang, unable to find a suitable place within the city of Tianshang due to the lack of architecture to accommodate. Okay, he's too big, so he doesn't have a home, and chose a more secluded resting place underground, nestled at the bottom of a mountain amidst the dilapidated ruins where they were originally found. So he went back to his old home after many, many years. Despite being aware the right to shape Hong Kong's future, Singwang opted to take a backseat in governance. Singwang's powers are largely ceremonial. So something like Zhongli, I believe, similar to like Zhongli from Genshin. In the wake of the Crownless War, where his assistance proved instrumental, Singwang refrained from actively ruling the nation. Instead, he entrusted the decision making to the human representatives, allowing the autonomy in shaping the nation's path forward. Singwang's enigmatic slumber during the events has two potential reasons, both rooted in a common foundation and an inability to intervene. Okay, so he has issues. So there are two potential reasons. Okay. So the next is going to explain the reasons, I believe. Hypothetically, Singwang might be wounded and incapacitated after the Crownless fight. As a creation of the ancient civilization, his composition involves lost knowledge and exotic materials. Honglong, lacking the means to aid his recovery meaningfully, might be powerless in assisting the, their revered dragon. Another speculation suggests that Singwa might have been captured or taken away by an unknown force. This is considered less likely. Yeah, second one isn't really like convincing because when Rover enters the Honglong, he could feel the dragon, like literally, and and I believe they also mentioned somewhere like in the story about they can actually feel the dragon's power, some sorts of it. So this, yeah, it could be that the Crownless really like the Crownless must be really strong if humanity took years to fight him. I wouldn't be surprised if a dragon, like if Sengwang himself was injured during the fight. Honglong's figurehead, Longju. The figurehead at the realm of governance is known as a Longju or Dragon Lord. This position holds significant authority encompassing command over political matters and the ability to mobilize the nation's army. The Longju also possess the exclusive right to choose their successor, a process shrouded in secrecy and mystery. Candidates vying in the mantle can distinguish themselves through outstanding military careers or exceptional intellectual prowess. Even if their achievements aren't enough to beat Longzhu, they could be the Longzhu's right hand. Okay. So we have like this military system, and there's a dragon head Longzhu. Who's that? Who's the figurehead apart from Singwang, and you have military people who are Longzhu's right hand. Okay. So now we are in the current year, New Age 160. So who has Longzhu now? It's held by Jin Shi. So Jin Shi has it. Oh my god, Jin Shi. Yeah. So over the generations, this mantle has been passed down, and Jin Shi, an individual of intellect and military acumen, was selected to be leader. She really looks like that. Her personality is like seriously suggests that. So Jinshi are not NPC in CBT1, but she's confirmed to be a resonator. Curiously, from CB2 two screen captures, we can identify that Jinshi has the ability to resonate with Sangwon himself. Interesting. The Longzhu also has the privilege of selecting a personal retinue. The elite guard Sanhua is an individual with special eyesight, handpicked by Jinshi, a versatile individual with undying loyalty. Okay. Jinshi stands as the only character known to possess six crests of a tacit mark, a symbol that holds significance among resonators. Some resonators have three or five, and one of them has four. The Determining factor behind these distinctions remain elusive, so it's unexplained. Why is it like that? Okay, so Jinshi has a line in CBT1 where she expresses a feeling of familiarity towards Rover, which raises questions about the timeline. If Jinshi was born approximately 2 to 3 decades before the current events, this places her in a position to have witnessed the recent Tacit Discord surge conflicts. Rover may have some activity during these conflicts before they lost their memories. This is kind like okay, so the rover existed before the lament, or like after the lament before the Tacit Discord started showing up. Interesting. So now we go to the Tacit Discord search year 130. Wait, did we just go back? Yeah, we just went 30 years back, like 3 decades back. Okay. As Honglong focused on rebuilding, the Tacit Discord emerged on year 130. They resurfaced through Tacit fields, prime locations, marked by a glowing scar carved into earth. So the like crosses, which is shown in the trailer. The re-emergence of Tacit Discord became a catalyst for the renewed division between nations, shattering the peace established in the aftermath of the Crownless War. Okay, the era of unity becomes a distant memory as survival instincts takes precedence over collaboration. In the midst of chaos, G-Ting Laboratory falls prey to the destructions for reasons unknown. Oh, so the laboratory did last forever. I think nothing lasts forever. Okay, so in an effort to combat the monster-infested ground roots, Honglong embarked on an ambitious project of infrastructure. The first plan involves tunneling through the gorge of spirits to create a new road, but their activities awakened the surge of Tacit Discord hidden in the gorge. So they tried to do this and they awakened its Tacit Discord, or did they already exist before this? Hi, Logan. Okay, so the Gorge of Spirits was the stage of one of the most devastating losses incurred after the Trinodian War. Workers, soldiers, researchers, many were wounded, pronouncing missing or killed in the action. The present commander of the Midnight Rangers, Jian, was a survivor and now carries his memory with a heavy heart. Oh, damn. I didn't know it was so deep. I didn't know Jian's backstory was so deep. Undeterred, Honglong turned to the idea of a canal route, hoping to establish safer pathways for commerce. Although met with some success, the overall expenditure to create new transportation routes was met with challenge after challenge. Amidst the chaos, the threat known as the Exiles emerged, a group of lawless brigands and outlaws with their own internal feuds. Their disruptive attacks on the transport routes and blatant disregard for human life forces Honglong to expend resources trying to implement them. So I believe this is where Scar comes in. Between the exiles scheming for ill-gotten gains, then the Tacit Discord evolving to mimic car wrecks, there are no shortages of dangers concealed around the main roads. Ebony black spires of Tacitite wreak havoc on built roads and human architecture. The use of vehicles was no longer a reliable option for transportation. The autonomous organization known in CBT1 as Squeak Express. Squeak Express? That sounds squeaky. Opting to make use of human couriers to overcome the challenge of unreliable transportation. These couriers had the advantage of having access to rougher, less official routes in exchange for personal discretion and relative safety. Okay, now we have Ginger's governance structure. Damn, this is long. Okay. At the core of Ginger's governance structure, known as the Central Command Hall, a parliamentary body where crucial decisions are made for the nation. Despite Jinshi holding the monarch's role, the power to make impactful decisions is not unilateral. Okay, so apart from Jinshi, we also have this central command. So, the monarch doesn't get to make all the decisions. It has to be processed like a parliament. So the central command hall ensures a more inclusive decision-making process because while Jinshi has the authority to enact policies, the welfare of the people and the country's prosperity depend on collaboration and shared interests. For a nation with its wealth dependent on the citizens, the more productivity, the better, which is why the citizens are granted freedoms, given education and well-rounded Ginger is seen as a great place to live, and because the ruler's interests align with the citizens, not because the ruler is a good person. So it's like for the people and by the people. This system prevents potential misuse of power and aligns the ruler's decisions with the well-being of the populace. So like democracy, something like a democracy with monarchy. Okay, the politics is a bit confusing. The Ministry of Development takes on the responsibility of safeguarding the general welfare and public services. Okay, led by Tao Chi. Yay, Tao Chi's here. This branch focuses on post-battle support and the overall well-being of the city's inhabitants. I thought Tao Chi was like some related to the defense force. Okay, Chishia, a dedicated junior of patroller, is a key figure under Tao Chi, working directly on the front line of public service. With a role akin to the neighborhood peacemakers, the ministry plays a vital role in maintaining order within the city. Okay, defending its citizens and ensuring a high quality of life for all. As the primary military force, the Midnight Rangers are tasked with protecting the nation from external threats. So the leader is Jian, I believe. Yang, a member of the Outriders within the Midnight Rangers, exemplifies the agility and adaptability required for this role. Yay, Yang. The Outriders operate independent from the main troop, focusing on gathering vital information about enemy territories. So, led by Yang, I believe, their mobility and combat prowess make the essential in navigating uncharted territories and uncovering potential threats. This military branch is integral to Hong Kong's defense strategy, deploying wherever the nation's enemies pose a threat. Oh, so it's like you have the military and then the Midnight Rangers, and you have like a small group apart from the Midnight, like branched out from the Midnight Rangers who are like spies, technically spies. So that's what Yang does. They just spy the enemy territory. Okay, I have no idea how to pronounce it. Horseshoe. Huashu Academy is a collective of researchers dedicated to inventing new ways to aid the prosperity of Hong Kong, as well as uncovering the mysteries of the world. Focus, focused on discerning the truth from remnants of ancient knowledge, echoes of the world, and the enigmatic frozen tundra, the researchers at Hokshu Academy dwell into the depths of understanding. The relentless pursuit encompasses investigations into Thing's lost relics, and they regularly requisition help from other branches, particularly for security, as they tend to tread into uncharted territories. Okay, within these circles, uh, I'm so sorry, I might butcher this. Baiji stands as the respected and renowned figure. Her notable competence, combined with a distinctive attitude, sets her apart in the path of scholars. Being the sole survivor of the failed expedition of the frozen tundra in the year 157, she also found a connection with the strange familiar by the side and a resonance with fairy eyes. So about the years, I believe the day zero is the lament. So that's how they compare one. So it's been 160 years since the lament. Hmm, that's a really long time. Almost like the World War, and all cities have recovered by now. But I know this will be, it's like a calamity, so waivers. Like that's how dinosaurs ended, I believe. Fraxidus, duo at the front line. So what's Fraxidus? In Latin, it combines frac meaning fractured and sidus meaning star, also a fractured star. While the organization's ideals were not known, one of its most prominent members, Carr, seems to embody his own with fervor and zeal. His strong belief is that to attain the next level of human evolution, individuals must absorb the tasted discord into themselves, engaging in transformative struggle. So I'm so sorry. I mentioned Scar before. That wasn't that. That was just thieves. So this is where the organization comes in. Fraxidus. So there's something like the Harbingers. I believe they're off. So they want to absorb. So they want they want power. That's something like the boys with Compound V. So those who view the lament as an apocalypse of boundless destruction, Scar perceives as having a shallow understanding of the world. To him, the tacit discord brought forth by the lament represent a self-regulating system of evolution, of accelerated change as if physiologies rapidly shift to the accommodated new living conditions. The lament, by extension, is an era of rebirth, the era to wipe the slate clean to start anew. Scar is loud and passionate about his ideals, actively seeking out individuals whom he deems worthy to join the Fractsidus and undertake the transformative process with a tacit discord. Scar has a unique perspective on the world and vehemently opposes Honglong's efforts to suppress the tacit discord. His idea of a new world after harrowing turmoil reflects a twisted sense of evolution. Okay. He encourages individuals, especially Rover, whom he views as a kindred black lamb, doomed to stand out unfavorably from the rest, to join Fraxidus. So he tries to bring in Rover to his side. Scar sees the potential in Rover to absorb the recently revived Trinolian Crawlers, making them a prime candidate for the organization. Scar's mentorship involves guiding individuals through the process, believing the key to unlocking unique and twisted abilities in those who prove worthy lies in the Tacit Discord. Okay, so Scar isn't the boss of this. He's like one of the members of Fraxidus, I believe. So we're yet to they're yet to introduce the entire organization. Okay, so what do we have next? Fulio. Oh, I'm so sorry, I can't pronounce this. I believe it's a bandage lady. I'm just gonna call it bandage lady. So Fulio Lo. Oh my god, this is so hard. Okay. In contrast to Scar represents Fraxidus with pragmatism. She sees Scar waxing philosophical and dismisses it as rambling of a madman, often tasking with reining him in. So she is like, so this organization is kind of disjointed. I feel everyone have their own thoughts. Hey, hi Kitty Mary, welcome to my stream. I hope you don't sleep while I'm reading this. So she's less vocal about Fraxidus or her own goals, preferring to reveal her colors when the time is right. So I believe in the current story she hasn't actually shown who she really is. So her choice of the licorice, a spider lily, higanbana, or man, I have no idea, as a symbolic flower. So it's spider lily. As is a symbolic flower is spider lily. Carries heavy significance. Beyond its toxicity, licorice is commonly associated with Buddhism and paying tribute to the fallen. Okay, so is she like a soft character among this evil organization? Planted on a gravesite, it is believed to guide the dead into the next life. So her seeming control over the tacit discord aligns with the themes of cycle and rebirth, mirroring the pursuit of a new evolution. So this is about CBT1 world building. So I believe we have a CB2 world building as well. Oh, so this was like about the history of Hong Kong. So now next we are at the concept of the sound. Give me a second, let me just drink some water. Okay, so we are done with history class and concept of sound. I believe it's time for some physics. So wherever the story of wuthering waves unfolds on Solaris 3, the third planet in the solar system. It all begins in the first lament. New things emerge. So Solaris 3 is like Earth, I believe. Yeah. New things emerge. The old runes are invalid, and unprecedented disasters are raging on the Earth. In this new world, where destruction and rebirth coexist, humans are holding the unyielding spark of civilization and are about to resist the new wave of unknown, never-ending crisis. So, indeed, the lament is the general term for all disaster-threatened Solaris 3. The tide never stops, the lament never rests. Okay, that sounds cool. The anomalies that occurred after the lament are the formation of the etheric sea, tacit fields, retroact rain, blizzard, and gravity laws. They have an erosive effect on the world of Solaris 3 and are collectively called the wave-worn phenomenon. So the wave-worn phenomenon is not just like one thing; it has like multiple weather phenomenon calamities. I don't know what to call them. Okay, so the etheric sea is a special type of abnormal weather phenomenon. So we're going to talk about the etheric sea now. The sky over in the trailer which appears like waves, like an ocean. That's really cool. And Yang Yang just drowns in it. Was it Yang Yang or the rover? My memory is so bad. The sky appears to resemble an upside down ocean surface. Typically, when the etheric sea phenomenon appears, a tacit field is about to form on the ground. Oh, the tacit fields are fields that arise in unpredictable places. However, there are individuals, among them known as resonators. So, resonators are playable characters who can detect the formation of tacit fields by reading so-called streams, that is, flows in the air as Yang Yang does. So they have like a different air around them, or they just resonators can feel it. Kind of. So what do we have next? Tacit fields are believed to be places where all tacit discords materialize and gather. These places are characterized by deep cross-shaped tacit mark on the ground. Frequencies fill the air, connecting our world to an unknown space called the white resonance chords. This sounds like Pacific Rim, I'm sorry. Since we are talking about oceans, these endless repeated phenomenon can be called tides. So we talked about the etheric sea, the antithesic discords, and now the tides. So these tides are like these cyclones you can see on the world. During these tides, creatures known as tacit discords emerge from the tacit fields. Okay, so when a tide appears, that means that a creature is going to come out of the tacit field. Okay. So by definition, these are entities formed by the residual chaotic frequency energy of the tacit field having an indefinite shape. No idea what that just meant. But what are the frequencies in the wuthering wave world? Yeah, okay, so physics time, I believe. We have said that the lament occurred, the laws of nature changed. Well, because of the lament. Now the world is built around the concept of sound and frequency. Okay, so that literally was physics. So indeed, Yang Yang tells us about the story that everything in our world is made up of frequencies. The most important concept comes now. There is a view in the academic world that due to the wave-one phenomenon, matter, information, and energy are all reduced to the vibrating frequency. It must be seen that in a different way that we're used to, in fact, it can take on the physical form. An important characteristic of these frequencies is that they have a maximum peak at the beginning of their life cycle but decay over time as real energy. So it's something like how sound travels. It's like maximum at the beginning and it just goes down and down and down. It just decays. Since frequency is related to sound, we can better understand this decay process if we think about the propagation of sound. Just what I said. Wow. Indeed, it originates at a precise point in time and space. Following this, sound waves propagate, spreading out and losing more and more intensity until they become reverberations or echoes. At the end, there is silence. We can think about the decay process and the life cycle of frequency with the concept in mind in order to understand it better. Okay, that's gonna go deeper into physics, I believe. So the frequency life cycle. Uh, and okay, so the life cycle of frequency goes through several stages, each of them having its own name. We mentioned matter, information, and energy, and we have said that these concepts have been reconstructed by the Lemon. Now we get into the technical. World of Wuthering Waves is based on physics concepts. Okay, everything is based on physics. So, through countless scientific studies, researchers have come to discover the existence of condensed space within which there is a pure and complete but invincible and intangible information energy. It cannot be captured, let alone be sampled or analyzed. This condensed space is known as the sonorosphere, and this intangible energy is known as the RAM. Well, so welcome to Interstellar. You, I believe if you manage to tap into the sonorosphere, you can literally access any information you want. That's dangerous. The remnant is a pure and complete form of frequency energy whose recorded information can exist stably in some form beyond time and space. In its original frequency information, not yet decayed, probably coming from another dimensional plane through the white resonance cords mentioned earlier. So the tesseract marks, but the white cords up here. Okay, so the sonosphere is an important source of information for humans to understand the history and civilization of the land. It is an illusion made of resonant remnant frequencies in which the environment within ever changing, I believe this is changing, but above all, it is a place where remnant is purest and has not yet decayed. This makes the sonosphere the most suitable place for seeking the truth. But they just said it can't be tapped. Hmm. It's confusing a bit, I believe. In his story quest, Jian tells Rover that the sonosphere, simply put, is an illusion made of memories, bringing us perhaps to the conclusion that remnant can be compared to memories. Okay, I have no idea how it went from sound to memories now. Okay, so we have here. So to summarize, we have said that matter, information, and energy are reduced to vibrating frequency that has a life cycle and tends to decay. Okay, according to the research observations, once the frequency and remnant decay, they become reverberation. They are destined to continue decaying, and the process is irreversible. It's something like how sound energy just keeps decaying, it converts to other energy forms. Okay, so according to research observations, once the frequency and remnant decay, okay, we already gone through this. I'm sorry. At this stage, the frequency begins to acquire a shape which varies accordingly to the original frequency nature, depending on the way it vibrates. A concept borrowed from the string theory, from which I believe they have taken their inspiration. The string theory, let's look into it a bit, I guess. Uh, okay, oh my god, it's too bright. No. String theory is a theory of framework from which point-like particles of particle physics are replaced by one-dimensional objects called strings. String theory describes how strings propagate space and interact with each other. On distance scales larger than a string scale, a string looks just like an ordinary particle. Okay, so I still have no idea what it is. Maybe as we go deeper, we might understand. So they just form shapes. There's a chance that the reverberation does not decay completely and become an echo. Oh, so these where echoes come in? Basically, the echoes are the lingering tacit discord reverberations after they're shattered. They are a reverberation photograph, the part of the frequency decomposed, becoming persistent. It stops in time and its life cycle comes to a halt, no longer decaying. We can absorb them into the data banks of our Pangu terminals. Okay, so these photographs we can access from the data banks. Okay, so tacit discords. The explanation of the life cycle of a frequency was necessary to better understand the wuthering waves word building and to understand what these tacit discords actually are. We said that they are entities formed by the residual chaotic frequency energies of the tacit fields, having an indefinite shape. Indeed, we have seen the frequency can have a shape. Unfortunately, however, during tides this shape is the enemy of the population. Oh, so it's not just a shape, I see. It's a shape turning into an enemy. The tacit discourse possesses a special structure called the tacit core. The academic community calls these tacit cores reverberation, leading to the inference that the frequency emanating from the tacit fields decays into the form of these tacit cores. Wait, so this, I think this tacit core is cell phone or is someone behind all this? The main tacit discord's characteristic is that they evolve by swallowing and merging with other frequencies, thus using a predation-like behavior pattern. So it's like cannibalism over their own over their other frequencies. Okay. This leads us to say that the frequency not only decays but can also emerge with other frequencies. So it's like a string, like strings tangling with other strings, tangling. Mm, the concept is very important because we will discuss in the resonators writing. Okay. Due to a waveform phenomenon on the Earth's surface, it is not uncommon for tacitite to be created. Scientists have discovered that tacitite is a substance that may permanently hold remnant energy. It is a great source of energy. Okay, so this is just about tacitite. I think we can skip this. Nah. Okay, the main part which we cannot skip is that it can shatter tacit discords and absorb frequencies. Okay, so returning to the tacit discords, their abilities, shapes, and behaviors vary due to differences in frequency information, thus depending on their initial nature and depending on the frequencies which they merge during decay. So the lesser the decay, the stronger they are. I think it means that. It is said that the tacit discords tend to mimic humans. In fact, they attack other living beings because they need to feed on other frequencies to make themselves whole again. Oh, that's gore. By feeding on the human being's frequencies, they tend to inherit their behavior, their last will. For those who are familiar, there's a very similar concept of blood wants echoes of blood. Makes sense. Okay. So we can say that if frequencies are native to human beings, they possess a will and desires, which are none other than those of human beings themselves himself. Okay, so our wills and so they're not feeding on our flesh, they're feeding on our wills and emotion. So they're feeding on our frequencies. But that's not the worst of it. In fact, it's said that they're formidable creatures with the power to destroy human spirit and feed off their collapse will. Does any of I feel like this reminds me of Harry Potter. You know those creatures which feed on your soul? I forgot what they call. I have this issue with. I suddenly forget stuff. They represent the hidden fears and inner turmoil of humanity. And it is said that they're once causing the plague of tacitite discourse in different parts of the world. In a sense, they are a reflection of the collective will of humans condensed in physical form. The name is Trinodians. Oh, so humanity's deepest fear, they just form Trinodians. Okay, there's a video on the concept of frequency.
He won it! He's celebrating!
Freaking ads.
After the greatest comeback ever, will RCB conquer RR in the Eliminator? Or will RCB's story end here?
Hey, this is Valerie.
Watch RR versus RCB in the Tata IPL. Today, 6 p.m. Streaming free on Jio Cinema.
I hate those ads. How long is it though?
Hello everyone, I'm Valerio and today I
like
wanted
his
to bring
voice.
you my first
So whatever he just said, he's just explaining in the video, I believe. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, what's next? What do we? So he has everything expanded and more. You know what? Let's just go through one. Just go through all, like not all of them, but as much as we can. So what's this? Comprehensive mirror for historians. Okay, this is just like shortened version of everything. So the Solaris is the third planet in the solar system, which is like similar to planet Earth. New things emerge, the old rules are invalid, and unprecedented disasters are raging on the earth. In this new world where destruction and rebirth coexist, humans are holding the unyielding spark of civilization. So, what's next? Wave 1 phenomenon. So, have we already gone through all this? Almost, I believe. hmm So, taste it. I won't be reading through this because we've already gone through all of it. Okay. Turtle. Okay, we already gone through echoes. Now, we didn't talk about sentinels. So, what are the Sentinels? Sentinels stand at the brink of civilization and history as guardians and guides. Uh, does this remind anyone of Archons? I'm so sorry. Their immortal existence has helped humanity through countless troubles, sharing wisdom and prophecies. Sentinels, battle. Oh my god. They are the same. As we embark on a new journey after enduring the lament, the Sentinels remain our record keeper and beacon in times of disaster. So, are they referring to Sangwang? Is he one of the Sentinels? I mean, he's the guardian of Hong Long, so I believe they are referring to him and probably many others. We will be nuked by the tenses. Okay. Ginger. I won't be reading through this because we've already gone through like all of it. So, the Remnant. So, this is like just the summary of everything I've just read. You know what? I'll post this in the chat, and if anyone wants to go through the summary, yeah, bruh. The Trenodian part? You're censored, by the way. The Sen, bruh. No, and anyways, Solaris 3, Sentinels, the one which I've already been. Okay, the Sentinels. Okay, so you've been like waiting all this time to like reach the word Sentinel. Oh my god. You're a little chat. Joking. Okay. Um. So you know what? I think all of this is just repeating what we've gone through. Let's just see if we missed anything. And oh, that's overclocking. So what is an overclocking? When a resonator's mental capacity is overwhelmed, they may lose control of their fort, causing an overflow of resonance energy. Scientists have established a comprehensive overclock diagnosis process to accurately predict potential risk of overclock. Give me a second. Let me drink some water. My throat's dying. I've been speaking for an hour. During the health, I think it's health. During the health check conducted by Baiji to rover, she tells her that a waveform graph shows a remarkable level of stability, surpassing any resonator she has encountered. Okay. Hmm. So Yang Yang, Motefi, and Sanhua have recorded history of overclocking. Okay, so in the trailer, you remember Sanhua just goes like berserk, like I'm not berserk, but she has like a seizure episode of somewhere, like she runs and then just falls down. So I believe she was overclocking then. So the emotional overflow and temporary loss of food control. Fortunately, there's no casualties, as Hazard's reported, though she suffers several comatose episodes. Okay. Okay, so I don't really want to go into details of this because I really don't want to spoil everyone through the story because this might be like a vital part of the story. So I'm just gonna scroll through it and you guys read. I don't want to spoil anything. So if you don't want to get spoiled, just don't like. I'm not reading, so you don't have to read. Okay. I hope whoever wants to read has read. So next, going next. Developers notes, Fraxidus. Is there anything more? No. Okay, so they mentioned one thing here, Fraxidus. They induce the overclock process. And what's the developers notes about? Okay, so this was already mentioned before that the tastes they mimic humans. hmm So it attempts and learn the behavior of human knight and ward of its overlord, yet fails to grasp the true meaning of guardianship, the role entails, as the entity only mechanically wields its lance, believing that it will make itself into a glorious knight. Oh, so it's like a, a lone knight, which presumes that it's doing service to the mankind. I don't know. I mean, it's like a fallen warrior. I feel it sounds like that. Okay, so why do they call it crown? Though? The crown represents your child's rite of passage to adulthood, as it also the crownless initial stage of imitating human beings. However, perhaps only when the crownless truly understands the nature of human beings can it find its own crown, rather than merely imitate it. So it's just called crownless because it needs to understand the human nature before it gets its crown. So the crown is just a metaphor. I don't want to spoil the visuals. Um, Solaris alphabet. Interesting. So we have a keyboard of Solaris alphabet. Do we have actually a keyboard of this? I'm interested. What's the resonance next? Oh yeah, the Hokushu Academy. Okay, we just discussed about. So what's the resonance nexus? A set of Withering ecological intelligence system developed based on a withdrawal gene, commonly located in medium and large-sized towns, used to detect and calculate energy fluctuations and data discord activities. Okay, so it's just used to predict disasters apart from resonators, because resonators themselves can predict PDs. So this is like an extended version of resonators and probably much wider scale. Let's. So we're done with the lore of all concepts, and what's next? Monsters? Nah. Character lore showcase. Okay, I think we'll just go through this once and we're done. We just go to the introduction for I don't introduction and inspection reports. I don't want to spoil anything else. So, who's Yang? A member of the Midnight Rangers, a young girl as gentle as breeze, capable of calming those around her. Rather than making herself stand out, she prefers to accompany at others' side quietly, only offering necessary comfort whenever she needs the person's when she senses the person's needs. However, when faced with protecting the thing she dears most, Yang will not hesitate to convert her gentleness into blades. A heart willing to believe is the state of everything. One should first harbor good expectations and then make them come true. Okay, her birthday is October. I'm gonna point out all the birthdays. So what do we have here? Inspection report. So let's see. The exact time and cause of Resonator Yang Yang's awakening remain unclear. Resonator Yang Yang reports heightened sensitivity to her surroundings since her childhood. Okay, the T-set marks of Resonator Yang Yang is located in the center of her forehead. You see in the center of the forehead, you see the cross-shaped mark, which is the T-set mark. So I think all resonators have that in some place or the other. Mm, Post-awakening observations found no notable physical changes, as frequency fluctuations research limited rather like transformation has been observed on the end of her hair. Okay. So resonator Yang Yang synchronizes with surrounding air by detecting information in air streams and creating an energy field using converging airflow. The resonance spectrum pattern of resonator Yang Yang displays over 20% resemblance to that of an airflow and similar bird species. While a strong synteny reaction, synteny? What does synteny even mean? The pattern also shares over 5% similarity with multiple other existing samples, indicating potential multiple or contaminating causes of awakening. The Rebel's curve of Yang Yang displays a stable increase in, with occasional fluctuations within normal range. Therefore, Yang Yang is identified as a natural resonator. Okay. So this is the overclock thing. Relatively low at high stability, but she still overclocked once. Maximum recording overclock rating. They just talked about her overclocking though. Yeah, here it is. Gotcha. We go to the next one. Next character, I believe. I don't want to go ahead everything. Wait, what's this though? Okay, this is interesting. Ideal and hobby songs are resonating thoughts from the bottom of our hearts. True, they represent a person's truest feeling. Let's go to the next character, Shishya. Introduction. This is short. She's a junior ginger patroller. She roams around Ginger City, leaving a fiery mark on every alley she stamps through. As a starring hero among her community, Shishya is always ready for anyone in need. That sounds like Amber through and through. Report. So she had an awakening 6 years ago after being exposed to extreme high temperatures and blazing flames. So her tacit mark is located in the lower left abdomen. Okay. Post-awakening observations found a change in her hair color and a significant increase in body temperature. She is capable of converting the frequencies of high temperature substances into tangible frame ammunitions. Test results reveal a staggering 92.53 heat conversion. Right, so she's a fusion character. That's literally what it means. The resonance spectrum pattern of Chishya has been observed to align closely with that of flames. A strong synteny reaction has been observed, yet the cause of Chishya's awakening becomes unclear. Analysis of test samples has revealed a non-convergent Rabel's curve with a steep rise in the middle section. Resonator Chishya is by classified as a mutant resonator. So unlike Yang Yang, who's a natural resonator, she's a mutant resonator. So overclocking displays elliptical fluctuation in the time domain with no abnormal patterns. So she's at a minimal risk of overclocking with high level of high stability. And no history of overclocking. Okay. Favorite food, Victor Saver. The sauce is so good you'll munch an old shoe with it. Thoughts. It sucks that you can't remember your past. There must be a lot of unforgettable memories. We can create new ones you and I together. Okay. Now next by G. I really love her gameplay. She just slaps you. So she's a researcher at Hokushu Academy and is known for a sharp intellect and precise method. Despite her being aloof, she is approachable to those who seek knowledge. Her insatiable thirst for understanding drives her to tirelessly study remnant energy. She will stop at nothing unless its mysteries are unraveled, even if it means dedicating her entire life to the pursuit. I see. Oh, there's a trivia down there. I haven't noticed it till now. She had three redesigns. Yeah, I've seen that. Inspection report. So, she underwent an awakening 4 years ago. Uh, After exposure to strong remnant energy source 1 year prior. This exposure caused the activation of the corresponding remnant frequencies within her. According to Baiji's recount, she experienced a strong urge to revive a teammate during the awakening. As a result, the aforementioned frequencies manifested as a remnant creature that now serves as a companion. Interesting. So where should they set mark located? So it's on the anterior side of her right thigh. Okay, somewhere here, I believe. So no significant physical alterations. However, when exerting a force, the tacit mark emits a faint white glow with the advent of the above remnant creature. The creature is translucent white in color and resembles the petals of epiphyllum. It is unable to vocalize in human language but can communicate with Baiji through telepathy. Okay. She can leverage the extremely low temperature. Okay, so we already seen this where she has the most stable uh she never overclocks. She's like the most stable basic like her powers. Okay, she's a mutant resonant with the dormant period. She has no documented history of overclocking. About Baiji, withdraw the portion of one single, then attach to six of another being in the form of vibrating energy. Sounds encryptable, doesn't it? Baiji's hobby. She loves to explore. She loves she loves to sample local delicacies, talk to people, and observe their daily lives. Stalker. Oh, this sounds interesting actually. You possess special powers related to sound. By observing you, I may be able to find a breakthrough in eco-acoustic studies. If this ever makes you uncomfortable, please do let me know. Maintaining interpersonal relationship is not my strong suit, but I want to keep a balance between satiating my desire for knowledge and respecting your boundaries. Okay, so I think I've been pronouncing her name wrong all this time. She's called Bailan, Bailey. I thought it was G. I butchered a lot of names till now. If, oh, I'm sorry. What's next? Mortefi. So Mortefi is another character who had overclocked it. So born into the upper class, he looks like one. Mortefi is a lofty man with a erudite look. Renowned for his exceptional talent in scientific research, Mortefi was once famed as the youngest genius in the new federation. Driven by thirst for knowledge, Mortefi later abandoned his privileged life to work as an international research fellow at Hokushu Academy. Okay, it's not hard to win Mortefi's favor. Just remember to talk nicely and always shower him with ample praise. So you go to Mortefi, make sure to praise him. However, Mortefi's foreign identity still drew suspicion and rumors. Some claimed family connections secured his spot. Others accused him of bribing officials. Mortefi ultimately proved himself with his undeniable capabilities. The fact that he developed 5 tested weapon prototypes, oh, in 3 days was enough to shut down most troops. Cool. So, inspection report. So, his awakening began to manifest during his youth. Oh, till now, whoever saw was quite recent. Apart from Yang Yang, who's a natural, he's been developing since youth, accompanied by surge of intense anger. Damn. Mortefi's tacit mark is located on his right chest. Oh, it's here. Wait, can't really see it. Oh, the scales, the scales. When Mortefi's fort is activated, crystalline matter in shape of dragon scales materialize around his tacit mark. These scales burn intensely as he hardens his power. He's also a fusion character. So, the resonance spectrum pattern of Mortefi has observed to align closely with that of dragonkin, a species that is currently declared extinct. Due to the unavailability of living dragonkin for synchrony tests, it is currently not possible to empirically confirm that this is cause of Mortefi's awakening. Analysis of test sample has revealed a non-convergent rebels curve with a steep climbing in the middle section. I have no idea what is this rebels curve. They've been mentioning everywhere. So there was overclocking. High risk of overclocking is present. Maximum like exploitable. So if he overclocks, his skin just goes like the scales could just go larger and larger, I believe, and blaze even more. Mortifuse caused a major fire in Rock Highland. This event was classified under the code as Class 3 hazard. 67891. Damn, that's a really long code. Okay, about Mortifi, as always, I'm the one you need. I really can't win with you, can I? Mortifi's trouble. Scientific research is a tool, but a tool. It's not magic. People tend to have unrealistic expectations about how research works, and you wouldn't want to be one of them. Okay. One second. So, as a lone traveler, there must have been times when you were taken advantage of but couldn't retaliate on the spot. If you ever find yourself in such situation again, do not hesitate to bring me along. I see. So, what's next, Sanwa? Introduction. A loyal and reliable guard for Jinshi, Sanhua is composed and reserved. Sanhua perceives a world distinctly different from that in the eyes of others, and her body temperature is below normal. Her fort always allows her to cool the surrounding air and conjure snow. So she's a glacial, by the way. To maintain emotional stability and prevent overclocking, Sanhua finds solace in the art of swordplay. This allows her to master a fort with graceful ease and alleviates the burden on the body. Okay, so next is the inspection report. Based on Sano's report, Sano was born with abnormal eye structure resulting in blindness. She's blind? Oh no, that's sad. So the later tasted is gonna encounter during a blizzard caused by wave-one phenomenon of frequency erosions in the right eye, leading to Sanra's abnormal vision. And okay, so she was blind in the beginning and then gained abnormal vision through the tacit discord. So where is the tacit mark? Of course, it's in her right eye, visible during the use of fort. We identified changes to her physical signs after awakening, which include disorderly frequency responsible to the right eye around the tacit mark, presented with a red contour. So reflected by change in the color of sun on the left pupil from gray to red. She has an abnormal vision, ability to manipulate snow, and with a degree of intensity directly equal to mental concentration. Okay, so the vision is different from that of ordinary person, which is capable of directly observing frequency of objects. Frequency tests conclude a visual accuracy of 99.64. Damn. Let's just skip to the over. She's a mutant designator, of course. Overclocking. So she has a risk of overclocking, even though she has like really high mental concentration. Resonant criticality, very stable, yet constantly verging on the criticality level. So there is past history of overclocking. So again, class 3 hazard event, trigger level 2 blizzards. I don't mind getting frozen by someone. Joining team. Please don't stay too far from me. I'm confident to not let you get harmed in the slightest. I'm gonna be frozen by her. I don't mind, but still. Sunhouse troubles. You're feeling a sense of coldness? It's not that easy to always keep my power in check, especially when I'm unable to suppress my emotions. Though it doesn't bring me much harm, the coldness sometimes inevitably causes trouble for others. Do you not mind? Or would you prefer to have me share the coldness with you? Usually people say, please share your warmth with me. But yeah, sure, please share your coldness with me. Oh, this is. If I'm unable to remain at my lady's side should the day come, it's either I have perished or that my lady has accomplished her aspirations and my service is no longer required. When the moment truly comes, perhaps I would choose to live, travel around the world and become a rover. Yay, another rover. Nice to accompany you on your journey. So we're done with Sanhua. What's next? Jianshin. Born in the violence and raised in a Taoist sect, Jianshin has been imparted the martial arts of Fengyuan. She's like Wuwa. Her upbringing instilled in her pure and persistent dedication to perfecting her martial arts skills. Now she journeys into a secular world, eager to experience the bitter sweetness of everyday life and gain a deeper understanding of the world around her. Guys, let me drink some water. I'm dying. I've drank a whole bottle of water just now. Okay, inspection report. I'm sorry. My throat's fully cracked. It's making like 1.5 hours constantly. So we have her inspection report. Awakening 2 years ago, not triggered by any event. Thus, it's a natural awakening. So where's the TC mark? It's on her left shoulder. No notable physical change. So she can manipulate airflow and create force fields. Strike velocity of 340 meters per second. Damn, that's her. She's a naturalist, which just said. Okay, the waveform graph of Jianshin illustrates a stable time domain matching the standard fluctuation patterns perfectly. No abnormal parameters, but resonant criticality is high. High stability risk of overclocking is minimal. Okay, so she has overclocked now. Damn, she talks a lot. My life's goal is one day fully master Fengi Khan. For me, every place, be it in the valley, on a mountain peak, or a bustling market, provides an opportunity to perfect my art. I find joy in connecting with various energies and chi available across different places. Favorite food? It's the guaci flatbread bread. Uh, when I was little, I got extra servings like other younger disciples. Master Shilling even said that I'd follow his scent of freshly made flatbread all the way up to the mountain, and that's how I joined that sect. Damn. Actually, I wonder how we seem to know so much. I've been to the cities a few times and I know very little compared to you. Can I ask you for help next time I run into things that I don't even understand? Please bear with me, though, as it may take me some time to catch on. Mhm. What's next? Darjin. A ranger, straightforward in nature, with a strong sense of moral judgment. She travels the lands, refining her knowledge, and endeavored to seek the true meaning of good and evil. Through perils lurk in every corner of her journey, she vows to cleanse the world of villainy. That was really short. Okay, inspection report. Awakening time uncertain. So during her awakening year, she exhibited a uncontrollable state of emotional outburst. Okay, so where's the basic mark? It's on her left upper arm. Okay, resonance spectrum pattern of this resonator matches that of human blood. Interesting, interesting, interesting. So overclock diagnostic report. So she has zigzag fluctuation. It's very the pattern is irregular, but the upper and lower peak are high and manifest proximity to the criticality level. So resonant criticality low combined with low stability. Risk of overclocking remains. She has no history. However, during her first awakening, she had the verge of reaching a resonant criticality. This caused her blood to exhibit an explosive state with a highly sensitive frequency fluctuation reaction. Okay. So she was class 2 hazard. Emotional state was in high risk. Okay. Voice lines, self introduction. Greetings, my name is Danshin. I'm certainly patrolling the lands as a ranger. Tell me about any injustice you've encountered, and deal with. I'll get a deal with. You can't think of any? That's good. Danshin's hobby. I enjoy releasing lanterns in the sky, watching as a solitary lantern in my hand joins a beautiful sea of many lights, setting them free one by one. That sight always fills me with nostalgic thoughts. Greetings, rover. Who I've come across with my journey? What are you traveling for? You cannot quite recall? No worries, as I'm sure you will rediscover it along the way. Yeah, now next Tachi. Tachi oversees Jinzhou's border defense and the Ministry of Development. Despite her unhurried demeanor, she is an exceptionally dependable individual who works tirelessly to protect others and provide a peaceful neighborhood. With effortless efficiency, she balances her work and personal life, steadily moving towards her ultimate goal, creating a future of true safety for all. What's her inspection report? So she had an awakening 3 years ago with no identified triggering event. So she's a natural resonator. So where's her decent mark? It's located in interscapular region. Oh, so that's where her back is like exposed a bit. Like there's a decent mark over it. Mm, heightened level of toughness compared to any average individual. She can generate a unique force field, protective barrier to shield herself. So that's a parry which they show in the gameplay. So overclocking. So there's no required history of overclocking. Let's roll low risk, stable. So about Taochi. Self-introduction. Hi there, I'm Taochi. I'm in charge of border defense at the Ministry of Development. If you need my help, shoot me a message anytime. I'll get back to you during working hours. Taochi's hobby. Yawn. Had a great sleep. Ugh, time for work. Gotta get up. But I'm still EP. Just one more nap. Thoughts. Take your time and enjoy the journey. Don't hurry too much, or you may miss out on all the beautiful sights along the way. You don't want to reach the end of the road with nothing to show for it. Hey, just some tips from someone who's been there before. Ah, So she seems like, one that sleeps a lot. Okay, we're almost near the end. So Yanwu, woohoo! As a proprietor of boxing gym, Yanwu is a polite and modest gentleman, displaying composure and the confidence in his actions. Having honed his skills in the Li Hong martial arts style, Yanwu also earned mastery in health management, a perfect synergy of strength and elegance. Inspection report. So his timing is unclear. He was exposed to powerful electric energy for extended times before his awakening. Mm, it's on his right side of his neck. So blue crystal-like structures appear on his front limbs with scar-like tissue visible on his hands and wrists, like boxing. There's nothing much. Natural resonator, elliptical fluctuations with no abnormal waveform, so stable. His criticality is relatively high, minimal risk of overclocking. Okay, there's something here. However, in resonator Yangu's adolescence, during the earliest recorded use of his resonance ability, there was a near overclocking event that produced a violent frequency fluctuation and uncontrolled behavior. So it was a class 2 hazard. It's caused by emotional distress. Okay. So self-introduction. Hello, I'm Yangu and I run a boxing gym. It's not a big place, but we make sure every customer is treated with finesse. You're welcome to visit anytime. Hobby? A steaming cup of tea makes an excellent remedy for sore muscles after an intense workout. It's quite effective, you should give it a try. Thoughts? Exercise is essentially for us martial artists. Other people may not find the same importance in exercise since everyone has their own unique strengths. After all, we no longer live in a time where brute force is the only solution. Or rather, brute force never really solved anything. That's spoken. He spoke like a true gentleman. Colorado, yo, daddy. Leader of the Ghost Hounds, an international mercenary group, ruthless, vengeful, unforgiving. A potential client may be mindful of the price to pay before making an offer. That's so perfect. That his appearance is perfect for his, his background. Inspection report. So his time of awakening is unclear. According to his report, extended periods in hostile environment and faced numerous life-threatening situations. So he was naturally awakened as a means of self-protection. So his tacit mass on his left forehead. Okay, various part of his body displays characteristics of tacit discord. A higher amount of bioelectrical energy compared to average human. Nothing much here. No, overclocking reports exact fluctuation. Uh, Something like Chishya, I guess. But upper and lower peak values are high and manifest proximity to the criticality level. So resonance criticality is very high. Risk of overclocking is substantial. And there's a documented history of overclocking during deluge. So what happens during overclocking? The tacit discord erosion increases on the resonator sculpture's body, spreading into the shadow tones and causing the golden core in his chest to pulse. So phantom-like entities appear. No major incidents of civilian injuries. Okay. So he has high risk of overclocking with an unidentifiable trigger. So it's probably because of emotions, I believe. So about culture story, the deaths of our kind are likely to go unnoticed. It's our destiny, fleeting like dust in the wind. Each of us bears a dog tag with our name and story etched upon it, as a form of legacy, a symbol of our existence. No less than declaration of it. His trouble. Hopefully my lads aren't sitting up too much trouble back in the base. Oh, that sounded a bit weird. Thoughts. Misconceptions about us abound. Violence is just one tool in our arsenal, nor so means to an end. Cooperation is our usual aim, but in a world of betrayal and deception, we must make sure backstabbing us is never worth the risk. To maintain efficient cooperation, we demand an ironclad contract with consequences, and that's where necessary violence comes into play. Oh, my throat hurts doing that. And that sounds so weird. Okay, I mean, how I said it. Verena, formerly a member of Pioneer Association expedition team from the new Federation, Verena is humble and determined plant breeder. Somehow, she always ends up taking a caretaker duties in any expedition, showing remarkable tenacity for her age. Birthday is May 18th. I completely forgot about birthdays. Let me drink some water. Okay, so let's get back to it. So, according to her reports, she had significant exposure to botanical samples since childhood and audibly detect the frequency. Her timing is unknown. Okay, give me a second. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Strengthened with age. Tacit mark below her clavicle. So she has a symbiotic relationship with wines. She has a congenital projectile. I think she's. I mean, congenital listener. I think she's one of the only congenital listeners. I'm not sure. So overclocking. So there's no history of overclocking, no risk of overclocking, is quite stable. Her emotion and volitional level are generally very stable. Okay. About Verena. During my free time, I enjoy strolling around Ginger on my own. Every brick and tile look slightly different from one another. I can find the resilient little flowers growing in the cracks. The streets are always bustling with people, and the smell of steaming food brings a cozy atmosphere. Whenever I wander around and take in all the sights and sensations, I feel, this invigorated. The right word for it, right? Favorite food? My mom always said milk will help me grow taller. Like how plants need fertilizer, and every time I drink it, I feel warm and cozy. Maybe that's what happiness feels like. Plants talk. Do you know the little flower next to you really likes you? I heard it's talking about it. Plants talk in a silent and sincere language. I can translate the talk for you if you want. Okay, so let's go to encore next. Guys, I'm really sorry. My throat's all cracked up right now. It's been like I've been talking for almost 2 hours straight. Subtrail. Okay, so Encore is the other congenital resonator, I believe. So Encore, a consultant from the Black Shores, is a quirky, lively, and spunky girl who loves to recount her friendships and adventures through fantasy and fairy tales. She also has two woolies with her, which are Encore's best friends and protectors. With Cosmos and Cloudy, Encore's travel all around the world. So the woolies are Cosmos and Cloudy. Its fusion character birthday is March 24th. Damn, that's really close to my birthday. Her inspection report. Her awakening is unclear. So, according to her inspection, sheep-like entities that accompany her are considered to be manifestations of her imagination and psychological state. They're believed to represent her four abilities. Okay, collective emotional, testing environment. So, where's her tacit mark? It's on her upper back and post awakening examinations revealed minor physical mutations, including wool-like hair tips. High emotional stage, she may also manifest sheep-like horns. I see. So I already mentioned she's a congenital resident apart from Verena. Overclocking. So another resident with zigzag fluctuations. Pattern is irregular. High, low, and upper peaks. There's resonant criticality is really high. So risk of overclocking is significant. So she hasn't been overclocked yet, but her risk is really high. So contact a guardian for red protein examinations. Encore says Alto is not her guardian. Why does it remind me of Claire? That's so simple. It's like Alto's like Alpina. So Encore story. Being happy is the best feeling, but it does not count if it's in a dream. Encore said to herself. Encore was living in the happiest dream ever, but it had to stop, like all the others dreamed to. When a dream is over, it's another brand new day ahead. Time to live to its fullest. Encore's ideals. Maybe one day, Encore will go everywhere in the world and be a hero too. Hey, but first, what's for breakfast tomorrow? Thoughts. I've got a lot of friends now, but sometimes in my dreams I'm still all alone. Mommy's not with me anymore, and they say Cosmos and Claudia are just my imaginary friends. Can you help me a little? Okay, 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 Alto, the cool guy. Huggy. Alto is an enigmatic information broker known for his elusive nature and welcoming smile. That's a really welcoming. Almost like just before he's gonna kill you. He was invited to join the Black Shores, a mysterious organization based on an isolated island for his intel gathering expertise. Both working for the Black Shore as consultants, Alto and Encore have become an inseparable and lively duo during missions. Despite his skittish demeanor, Alto's true character shines through as a reliable and attentive individual. He's an hero. Wait, when's his birthday? June 11th. That's really close. That's really close. Okay, so inspection report. Mm, they haven't mentioned how many years ago he's got an awakening, but uh, there was a rare occurrence of heavy fog on the day of his birth. Oh, wait, is he a congenital? Oh, he's also a congenital resonator. Damn, I didn't know this. So, Alto's Dyson mark is located on the left side of his neck. Other than gaining the ability to briefly transform into a mist-like form, no significant physical changes have been observed. Mm, he has the art of so he excels in the art of camouflage and transformation. That's really interesting. Characteristics of a mist. So spectrum patterns of fog, and already mentioned is a congenital resonator. Overclock diagnostic report. Elliptical fluctuations, no abnormal waveforms, normal parameters, very stable. No overclocking, risk of overclocking is relatively low. Gotcha. Okay, let's go to his voice line. I can't. It's hard to make Alto's voice lines, anyways. Hey there, I'm Alto. You okay? This is hard. I'm just gonna say, just say, you're go to information broker. I've got all the info you need at fair prices. Knowledge about different places is key to staying ahead while you're out and about. Interest in a code? Alto's ideal. To live free is a mist and enjoy a life while it lasts. Sound wonderful, doesn't it? Thoughts? Being a broker such as myself, it is essential to establish good relationships to maintain a stable customer base. You still have some uncertainties about this world, it seems. We should really establish a connection, you know. If there's ever anything you wish to know in the future, I'll make sure you receive the best price for my services. Ooh, okay. So, we're on the last one. Oh, so Gion's not in this yet? Oh, that's sad. I mean, Gion's story character quest wasn't in the CV2, I believe. So it'll be updated later after the release, I guess. Then yeah, what's wrong with you? Okay, so I think alters for the last Ling Yang isn't updated as well. Really. I'm sure it's something with the website. Okay, I don't know why it's not loading. Yeah, I think that's it. So I've been speaking non-stop for 2 hours on the lower. My throat really hurts right now. So guys, thanks a lot for watching my stream. I really loved it. Like finally I get to read all the lore. I didn't go through each and everything. Which two are you picking, Nuke? Which two, as in like the 5-star resonators? Oh, the Ling Yang. What's wrong with this? Am I okay? So Ling Yang's here. Let me finish it. Which two are you picking, as in the 5-star resonators, or do you mean which of the two you're picking among the, like male and female rover, or do you mean between Jian and Yan? A 5-star standard. 5-star standard. I was thinking like something like Call Shiro. I have like these few picks. Call Shiro is wait, Call Shiro is a 4-star, right? I'm not sure. Or was it all two? And I'm thinking of either going for Verina or Encore. I want either one of those two. Like Encore seems really interesting, but Verina's I like Verina's gameplay a lot. I really get confused between which ones are 4-star and 5-star, by the way. Like very common. Okay, so we'll finish Ling Yang and we're done. So Ling Yang is a sincere, compassionate foreign visitor of the human community. He joined the lion dance troupe. We saw this trailer. I'm gonna show it to you tomorrow again. So it was really good. Aspiring to dispel fear and dread for others through the electrifying lion dance. Ling Yang is an amicable rising star of lion dance troupe, Ginger. He is passionate and valiant and shows a friendly interest in humanity. He is born with incredible strength and impressive physique. He interprets the true spirit of lion dancing with his own words and actions. Here, I'm Ling Yang. You're probably more used to see me as the lion dancer on the whiteboards. I guess. Let's hang out more. I want you to remember me as how I look, without the lion head. Very nice and long. Nice. Yeah, I really love Kyle Cheetah's, his stuff, like his gameplay. It's so good. I think it's gonna be like Encore and Kyle Cheetah. Okay, so we are at the inspection report of. He doesn't know his awakening long time ago, harsh exposure to harsh environmental conditions. This they actually, I think they showed in the trailer. I'm not sure. So his station mark on the right hand. Exposure to extreme environments, agility in combat and survival, but lacks experience. He can generate an invisible freezing gust over the limited area. This also creates a low temperature field that exerts pressure on nearby enemies. This okay, he's a natural resonator. Risk of overclocking very low, stable. There's no past history of overclocking. So he has control. He has highly stable. So we're on the last page. Ling Yang's ideals. The Lion Dance tradition is all about banishing evil, guarding fortune, and beckoning blessings. I want to be the best dancer out there to keep this tradition thriving. My master always reminds me to aim too high, not to aim too high and bite off more than I can chew. I know there's still a long road ahead in my perfecting my skills, but as long as I keep moving steadily from one pole to another, like we do in the tournaments, I surely reach my goal, no matter how high or how far it seems. It's like food. You got a point there. Would grilled veggies taste any better? Ew, veggies. Ling Yang's hobbies. I I love people watching. It is fascinating to see so many different people of various backgrounds come to watch the line dance. Each person brings their own story and personality. I guess they're just like leaves. I've never come across two identical leaves. Every one of them is unique. And you know, Rover, I want to know more about you so bad. Tell me more, please. Okay, so that's the last of it, I believe. Yeah, but it has a long lifespan. Are you like saying that on purpose? What if she does it actually? I'm simping that, huh? Okay, speculations and theories. I really want to go on a bit, but it's already been 2 hours since we've been talking about the lore. So probably, what are we gonna do tomorrow? Tomorrow is, I think we're just gonna watch through all the trailers. I really don't want. Tomorrow's stream is gonna be really short because I really need to wake up and start the next stream for like the release stream where I'll be. I'm not sure. Like most probably, I'd be re-rolling for Tauchi. I created like 6 accounts so far, but the stream's really like the game's releasing a really bad time for me. So I might be like just doing 1 or 2 runs on the stream, and then I'd probably, if I don't get Tachi by then, I'd be re-rolling on my own off stream, and then we'd meet again the other night, like after a few hours for the next part of the stream where we just run around the world. So tomorrow is just trailers, very short stream, and I hope you join me. And I feel like most of you have just leapt off to the lore while I was saying it. Did it really sound like a bedtime story? Okay, so anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Meet you tomorrow.